Singaporeans can look forward to the dynamic defence display at the National Day Parade this year. The parade will be held in the Marina Bay area. The dynamic defence display is a showcase of the air, land and sea capabilities of the SAF and the home team, and will feature pyrotechnics, live action, sound effects and multimedia. More than 20 different types of hardware will be showcased, including for the very first time the S-70B Sikorsky naval helicopter, the HIMARS, the unmanned surface vessel, and the multi-utility vehicle. These assets will be activated as part of Act 1 in the National Day Parade, which will unfold in the form of a 5-act integrated musical. More than 100 active servicemen and full-time national servicemen are involved in this dynamic defence display.
This is actually my 4th participation in the NDP. My previous 3 times participating in the NDP, I was flying the Super Puma helicopters. The funny thing is you cannot hear them, but you can actually feel the spirit of the crowd and the excitement from the crowd. So the last 3 times I've been flying at high altitude, but in 2005 I actually flew the fly past with the Chinooks, and that was a bit closer to the crowds and I could actually feel the excitement. So for this year, the crowds actually come up close and personal with the aircraft, and I'm sure I can feel the excitement even greater this year. One of the challenges is probably dipping over the waters in Marina, because the water is very shallow. So the actions of the pilots and the operators in the cabin of the aircraft operating the sonar system has to be very precise.
The 10-minute display will engage Singaporeans through the story of a young boy who dreams of defending his country. 3 scenarios the boy conjures up entitled Protecting Our People, Safeguarding Our Shores and Defending Our Home will show off the integrated capabilities of Singapore's defence.
The key highlights of the dynamic defence display this year are basically the new assets as well as the enhanced effects. In terms of new assets, we will be showcasing 4 new hardware that has never been shown before in action in NDP. Other than that, we are also enhancing many different elements to create a more exciting experience for NDP audiences. These include the use of special pyrotechnics. The special pyrotechnics will simulate the firing from our military hardware as well as explosions to depict the destruction of targets. We have also enhanced several other traditional crowd favourites, like the Helocast. The Helocast, the divers, will be jumping off in full combat gear this time, as opposed to the wetsuits in previous years.
Of course, all eyes will be on the new hardware and the man behind them.
During exercises, you are more focused on the objective of hitting your goal, like the mission success. Whereas in this sense, the mission success is slightly varied, that we are putting up a good show and carrying out the operations. A good show will be actually, in my opinion, is like a safe show where we actually show the public that what we divers do in real operations. The heli jump is the one that is the most dangerous in that sense. Basically, the set is actually, there's air in it, so there's a chance that you may actually flip up when you jump into the water, in the sense that the air the set will move up and may hit your chin. But for training wise, we actually hold the set down. There's a certain technique to jump.
Now the HIMARS primarily engages key installations or key targets. We are not like the conventional guns where we actually do artillery barrages, but we actually focus our rockets at specific targets. It's actually our first time performing in this parade, so we actually have little or almost no experience in this area. But back in unit, actually we do conduct similar training experiences. Like we actually go for simulated live firings, outfield exercises. We even went to the state ones to actually conduct an actual live firing. So you can see that we actually managed to attain a certain level of discipline and operations familiarity with the HIMARS. So whenever we operate the HIMARS, it comes as second nature to us, which will actually contribute greatly into helping us in the rehearsals here as well as the actual parade.
Mainly it's to show how we work during peacetime and also during the emergency. What's so special about this vehicle is what you can see, it's just a main chassis alone, and what you have is actually different modules. So these 3 modules actually make up what we call a water supply module. So just imagine if you're up in the Bukit Timah and there's a vegetation and you need water. So what it has is actually 2,000 meters length worth of hoses in there, and it can actually use all these portable pumps, and also it can use pumps to pump water from open sources. So, and the beauty of it is, if I need it for flood response, there has a crane. The crane will just lift these modules down, and we will put on another module, which is it has an inflatable rescue boat and things like that in there.
Next up, catch our Defence Force's latest prized assets like the SCDF's multi-utility vehicle, the SAF's high-mobility artillery rocket system, and the Singapore Navy's S-70B Sikorsky naval helicopter, also known as the Seahawk, in action.